Yo, it's Noodles. Welcome back to another video. And man, Sparking Zero is right around the corner, literally less than 3 weeks away. And it's crazy that all of these characters that got revealed in the way they did. I don't know if it was because of the leak happening that they had to eventually push it up or rush it, I want to say, or if they were going to always release it regardless. Some people are saying this side, some people are saying that side. Regardless, all of the characters that got released are amazing. I feel like there are definitely some Super 17 people that need to see Super 17 in this game. I don't know why they didn't add Super 17 when they have all of those other GT characters, but that's besides the point. Super 17 should have been added. There's a bunch of other characters that should have been added. Like the guy that Janemba did this thing to. I can probably put him on the screen somewhere, but you know the guy that Janemba did this thing to. Pycon, I think his name is Pycon. And he should have been added as well, and there's a bunch of other people. But besides the point, we have what we have, and we have to be grateful for what we have, because you know it's gonna be a good game regardless. So the question that nobody asked in the world was, ItzNoodlz, who are you gonna be using? Who is gonna be in your top 5 when a game comes out? And I'm here to answer that question. The question you might have now is, how the hell will you answer that question without having a game in your hands? Well, here's where I tell you I got a secret copy of Sparking. No, I'm lying to you. But what I do have, on the other hand, is a tier list. So today, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna rate the characters that I wanna use in all of these categories right here. Starting 5 we'll use often, for the culture once in a while, for the jokey jokes, and I will never use them. So let's get started. I feel like it's only gonna be, yeah, I've said the people that are gonna be in my top 3 at least, like I feel like 90 times now. Every time that I made a Sparking Zero video, I feel like Nail, Vidal, and Trunks have been in my top 3 every single time. I thought it was only 3 people in a what's the word I'm looking for, in the rotation, but I learned that it was actually 5, like an NBA team. So I guess I'm gonna have to give you guys my top 5. But first off, we're starting off with Team Goku. I'll be honest here. I watched Dragon Ball. I watched the OG Dragon Ball, but I did not watch enough to rate Team Goku in my starting 5. And I won't lie to you and say that I'll use him often. Some of these characters, man, it's like, yeah, they'll be cool to use, but would I rather use GT Goku, Kid Goku, Daima Goku, or would I use Teen Goku? You know, I'll probably use him once in a while maybe, but I won't use Teen Goku often. Base Goku early. Now, me and my friends love to do rivalry matches, and we love to do randoms. Now, Base Goku in a rivalry match against Vegeta, come on, I gotta use Base Goku for the culture. That's just what it has to be, you know? Base Goku mid. I probably use him once in a while. I don't see myself using Base Goku mid too much, just because I got Base Goku early. I don't really need Base Goku mid. What am I gonna do, go Kaioken? Like, it doesn't sound like something I would want to do that often. Super Saiyan Goku mid. Now this is something that I would definitely do. Now if Base Goku turns into Super Saiyan Goku mid, then maybe I'll use him more. But I gotta say that Super Saiyan Goku has one of the cleanest designs for a Super Saiyan. It's the OG. It's the normality, you know? If we think of a Super Saiyan 1 Goku against Frieza is the one that we're gonna go for. So I'll probably say I'm gonna use him often. Base Goku end. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know actually, because I gotta say the same as early, because it's like, I don't know. I think he's more skinnier in the early part, and then it's like the same. It's still Goku at the end of the day. We gotta act like that Goku is gonna change anywhere differently from regular Goku. So these are basically the same person. I mean, it's literally Goku and Goku. So yeah, I move on from that. And then Super Saiyan Goku, I'm putting him in the same place as the other Super Saiyan Goku is. Super Saiyan 2 Goku is the one that's like, ooh, because when I think of a Super Saiyan 2, the first thing that I think of is Gohan. Everybody should default and think to Gohan when they think of Super Saiyan 2. There was no more impactful Super Saiyan 2 than Gohan was, you know? So I'll probably say I'll use him for the jokes, or if I'll transform into him on accident maybe, but I don't think I'll ever use him. Now Super Saiyan 3 Goku against Majin Buu and showing it off the Babidi, that was great. And for the culture, I have to say that I'll use Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Now, will I use him often? I don't think so, but I will use him once in a while for the culture. Just pop it off in a random match against my friends. I think that'll hit differently. Base Vegeta, like I said, rivalry matches for the culture. I have to use Base Vegeta. It's just something about that Gallic gun and that Kamehameha clash, and then the fact that we can actually do that in Sparking Zero. I gotta do it. We gotta see how it looks at least once, you know? You gotta have that beam struggle. Everybody has to have that beam struggle as the first thing that they do on this game, I feel. Or like some kind of beam struggle with iconic characters against each other. That has to happen. And with Base Vegeta, that is gonna happen. I made a video not too long ago about Super Saiyan Vegeta, and I said he was lame, and I'm standing 10 toes on that. When Vegeta went Super Saiyan for the first time, maybe for Vegeta fans, that was lit. You know, that was a very lit moment. But for me, it was kind of like, okay, well, I just saw Trunks do it, and Trunks is my favorite character, and Goku already did it. I mean, I feel like he's just like, we're kind of like tossing scraps at Vegeta. He got mad, he cried in the rain, looking up in the sky, and said, ah, and then he got it. Come on now, like that that is not how we do things around here. He's gonna stay in the for jokey jokes. Now, Super Vegeta. Super Vegeta is way better than Super Saiyan regular Vegeta, because Super Vegeta is like that ego starting to show, and if you know how this ends up later down the line in the manga and eventually in the show, that ego takes form in a whole different way that we can never see coming. So once in a while, I might use Super Vegeta. I'm not gonna lie, Base Vegeta, in the end at least, has drip. That Saiyan armor without the actual armor on it, just a tank top and like onesie type thing, I don't know, I fuck with it. So for the culture, I might have to use Base Vegeta in, I don't know. Then the same thing I feel like for this one, Super Saiyan Vegeta, man, it's not the greatest thing in the world, but it's not the weakest thing in the world. I will not never use it, but I'd say once in a while I'm gonna use that. Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta is literally just Super Saiyan Vegeta. There's no change. Graphically, there's nothing that changes on Vegeta. It literally is just the same thing as Super Saiyan Vegeta. I don't know if he gets stronger. Obviously he does, but you get what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't get buff or anything. It's just Super Saiyan Vegeta. Now, Majin Vegeta. I will use Majin Vegeta very often. There is something about Vegeta going back to his roots in that tournament where he's like, Kakarot, you're gonna fight me, and Goku saying, bro, I got bigger things to worry about than you, and then him pointing his hand towards the crowd and like, oh my god, that badassery of Vegeta is why I feel like I want to sympathize with you Vegeta fans, but his son is just way more cooler than him. I'm just be honest with that. His son just got it. So, but Majin Vegeta is definitely like that, and I will never say that he isn't. Base Vegito, that is straight to my starting 5. Every game that Vegito has ever been in, I have loved. The way that the leggies just leg. And if you get what I'm saying, you get what I'm saying. If you know, you know. That Spirit Sword with the leggy combo in any game, whether it be Raging Blast 2, whether it be any Budokai Tenkaichi, whether it be fucking fighters, and that's why I really learn to master that love of Vegito. That Spirit Sword up into the leggies, into the dry super, into the Spirit Sword back up, into the leggies again. I just man, Base Vegito has a super safe place in my heart, and he's gonna stay there. Super Vegito I will use often because obviously I'm gonna go from Base Vegito to Super Vegito. I don't know if he goes from Base Vegito into Blue Vegito, or Blue Vegito is just Blue Vegito on its own. But I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. Super Gogeta. I want to say I'll use Super Gogeta often, but I'll be honest, Super Gogeta was never the thing for me. You know, when the Broly movie came out, I garnered that love again for Gogeta. But when he went against Janemba, it was cool. Especially in the anime. It was actually way cooler in anime than it has been in any other game that has ever come out. But at the same time, it's like, I don't really care. You know, Janemba was way cooler than Gogeta in that point, to me at least. Person that can phase through reality with a sword, and you know, them fighting Janemba was way cooler than Gogeta ever existed, in my opinion. Kid Gohan. I will use Kid Gohan often. I don't care what anybody says. Kid Gohan was like my childhood, and seeing him getting trained by Piccolo, I feel like I grew up more with Gohan than I ever did with Goku, than I ever did with Vegeta. And even though my favorite character is Trunks, Kid Gohan played a big part in Trunks' development too, because eventually he goes Teen Gohan, and Trunks gets there, you know, you get what I'm saying? Like it all fluctuates down the line. And that's for that same reason I have to say I will be using Teen Gohan often as well. I love the way Teen Gohan's hair looks. I don't know why. I don't know why it looks so clean as it does, but Teen Gohan's base hair is mwah, 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 chef's kiss. And I love it. Everything about base Teen Gohan is just amazing. And then you take it one step further and make him a Super Saiyan. I will be using him often. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you do. You will not be able to stop Teen Gohan when he goes on a rampage. And for that also exact reason is why we're putting Super Saiyan 2 Teen Gohan in the will use often. I need me a lot of Teen Gohan in my life. And with all three of these back to back, like Jordan 3P, it just feels right. It feels necessary, and I need that much Teen Gohan on my plate. Give me seconds, and then after that, give me thirds. I'm taking all of those Teen Gohans. Great Saiyan Man, I'll probably never use. And while I'm on that topic, base Adult Gohan, I'll probably never use either. Look, man, Adult Gohan and Great Saiyan Man were amazing for their times. When his armor actually got blown off, Great Saiyan Man became a way better character than me, because he had the skin tooth, the skin tooth. What the fuck am I talking about? The skin tight suit that he had on that showed off all the muscles, you know, making him look real strong and real brave. That hit harder than this Power Ranger getup. I don't know what's up with I don't know what was up with Akira. I don't know what is up with Oda and this fucking off-brand Power Ranger shit. The Sanji's family over in One Piece, and then we got this Great Saiyan Man over, and I get it, the jokey jokes, I get it, bro. So maybe for the jokes, I'll use this a Great Saiyan Man, but I'll probably never use basic Gohan, because Ultimate Gohan will be the person that I probably will put in my starting 5, to be honest. I don't know, you know, it's either him or future Gohan, so I'm gonna put will use often, and I'll put this Gohan for the jokey jokes also right there. Super Saiyan 2 Adult Gohan, for the culture, I'll use Adult Gohan Super Saiyan 2. It's just a cleaner design. I feel like Gohan has always had the best looking Super Saiyan 2, and I love the way they kept that little notch in his hair, kind of like my dread, and just hanging over that eye. I feel like that is the cleanest design of Super Saiyan 2 that we'll ever get to see. I wish his hair did the same thing as it did when he was a teenager, but you can't always have what you want, and let's just move on from there. Future Gohan, I'm using both of those. Future Gohan obviously is the trainer of my favorite character. I want to say that he's going to be in my starting 5, because having both of these guys on the same team will just hit differently. I need Gohan, future Gohan at least, in my life. And just like Trunks did, I feel like it just gels together perfectly. And with that being said, base Sword Trunks is up there. Super Saiyan Trunks is also up there, but I don't want to put both of them up there. I'm just gonna do the same thing I did for Vegito and put them right here. Base Melee Trunks. Both of these could take their spot. Base Melee Trunks actually has a ponytail, I think. So maybe he's up here instead of the base Sword Trunks. I don't know, but I will put him right in the will use often. Super Saiyan Melee Trunks. Oh my God, I might switch those both out, because he just looks clean. You can't tell me that Akira wasn't like chopping it up on the drawing board when he designed Trunks. Everything that Trunks put on made that shit look 10 times better. I want to see Goku in the Saiyan armor. I want to see Gohan in the Saiyan armor, simply because Vegeta and Trunks, but more so Trunks, made that shit look amazing with the ponytail, with the hair. Like, that's why I wear my hair like this. If I could wear my hair in a ponytail like Trunks and actually look good with all this chin hanging down, I would do that. I would ponytail it up, hair hanging down like Trunks, and style it like that every single time I leave the house, because he is inspirational with that fit and with that hairstyle. I feel like he had the best Super Saiyan hairstyle, and it's crazy because it's just a ponytail. And Super Trunks, we're gonna put him in and will use often, because obviously I'm gonna use him often. And Kid Trunks for the culture, maybe I'll use him. Super Saiyan Kid Trunks also for the culture. Base Goten, I actually really fuck with Goten more than I fuck with Kid Trunks, even though Trunks is my favorite character. Kid Trunks is kind of like different. It's like saying Goku is your favorite character, then it's Kid Goku. It's like, is he still your favorite? Like, you know, I don't know. So I'm gonna put both of these for the culture. I'll use both of them. Gotenks I will use often though. If I can use Gotenks, I probably will use Gotenks. It's just a funny character, and I love the donut move he has, where he like does this, I'm pretty sure, and a ring wraps around that person and squeezes them. That is fire, and I use that every time. I'm not sure what game it was where you had a created character and you went through the story and you fought Omega Shenron and all them other people. But I used a lot of Gotenks' moves when I could do that, and I really just find Gotenks to be very good. So we're gonna put his Super Saiyan and his Super Saiyan 3 all in the same place. I will use Gotenks in all of his forms very much often. Piccolo is a real deal stepper. For the culture, I will use Piccolo, but I won't use him often. But who I will use often, ironically, is my boy Nail. Nail is my peanut butter and jam mixed together, and I am the bread, because I just sandwich this guy and eat him up, and I don't care how that sounds. I use Nail in every game that I am able to use Nail in. If you fight me with Nail on Xenoverse, I will beat the shit out of you. If you fight me with Nail on any other game that Nail is present in, I will beat the sleeves off of you. And if you fight me on Sparking Zero and I have Nail on my team, I'm giving you the business. I don't care where he is. I don't care how I have to use him. If Nail is a viable option, I am choosing Nail every single time. He is my favorite Namekian. He makes the most sense. I hate that he got packed up by Frieza, but it's Frieza, you know? How many people are really packing up Frieza, like, at all, you know? Like, Frieza came and packed up most of the Z fighters, if not all, and he gave back shots to Vegeta at one point. Nail getting packed up by Frieza is actually a very good accomplishment. So yeah, Krillin for the culture I will use. Krillin for the culture with the hairstyle too. If he has the hair in this game, I would probably use him often if he has the hair on. But for the culture, I'll use Krillin a lot. Yamcha also with the cut, I will use Yamcha. For the culture though, I won't use him often. If he has the cut, maybe again, I will use him often, but Yamcha probably won't be getting used by me. King Ho! I'll probably put Tien in my starting 5. Tien on Fighters, Dragon Ball Fighters, is the best character for juggling. Chaozu mixed with a little bit of Tien. Life could be a dream. Life could be a dream. Ooh, doo, 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 shaboom. I love me some Tien, bro. I love me some Tien, and every time that I got me some Tien, it's a great time. It's a fucking great time. I might move him out if I see a card that I'm just like, I need him instead of me some Tien, but for now, Tien is in a safe place. Chaozu, I'll probably never use. I know, people are saying Chaozu is broken. He's been broken on every single one of these, but I can't. I won't. The same thing with Yajirobe. He's a cool character, He saved us with Vegeta, depending on what timeline you looked at. So yeah, but I won't be using him. For the jokey jokes, I'll use Master Roshi. Seeing a buffed up old man, especially if he's able to put people inside of a jar still, that would be cool. But for a character that probably can't even fucking fly, I don't know. Like I said, Master Roshi max power. Again, jokey jokes is in there. For the jokey jokes, I'll honestly say being able to weave with Mr. Satan is top 10. So for the culture, I'm gonna put him above these characters, you know? Videl is in my starting 5. Again, the reason that Tien is even up there is because I found a love for those characters on Dragon Ball FighterZ. And the same way I did with Tien is the same way I did with Videl. Videl's combos on Dragon Ball FighterZ were unmatched. And if you really know what you're doing with Tien, is the same thing that you really, I mean, on any character on FighterZ, if you really know what you're doing, they will be good. And Videl and Tien for me, and Trunks and Gohan, actually, adult Gohan, ironically, well, he's Ultimate Gohan on there, so I guess, laugh back in your face. But as long as you really know what you're doing, those characters will be great. And I'll choose them every single time. That's what I love to do. That's how I'm gonna do it, and that's how I choose to do it, you know? Bardock, unless he can go Super Saiyan 2, I mean, not Super Saiyan 2, but just Super Saiyan in general, I'll probably never use Bardock. I'll probably never sniffing Bardock. Same thing with Raditz. They're cool characters. They make the story progress, and they have such good lore to add to the story. But both of these characters, bro, I love Goku, but I don't really like his family members. Cybermen, for the jokes, I'll use the Cybermen. If I'm playing competitively online, I will never use the Cybermen. But if I'm playing against my friends, against the homies, against people that I know on the internet, I'll play a Cyberman maybe once in a while. Nappa will never touch my starting lineup. Vegeta, for the culture, I'll play Vegeta Scouter. I thought that was the same thing as early Vegeta, but I guess not. I don't know. But yeah, same thing. Great Ape Vegeta, I'll probably use him once in a while. But nah, I don't think I'm gonna be using any Great Apes in this game. Frieza Soldier, for the jokes. I won't say that I'll never use the Frieza Soldier, because I know it's gonna be a time where I choose the Frieza Soldier very voluntarily, but I will not use it in a comp stage. I will definitely use it against my friends. Having a full team of Frieza Soldiers is just, something about that is just sending so much joy through me right now. And if I had that every time that I played this game, I think I'd have a great time. So yeah, I gotta get that. Kui, I'm probably never using. Dodoria, probably never using. Zarbon, probably never using. Super Zarbon, if I don't use the regular one, how would I use a super one? So yeah, that. Guldo, fuck no. Raccoon, fuck no. Jace, for the culture, I'm using Jace. Jace, I love me some Jace. I love me some Jace. Birder, for the culture, gotta use these two together. I don't know if they have a super move that goes with each other, but if I can, I will. Ginyu, if they got body switch, once in a while. If he doesn't have body switch, probably never, you know? But considering it's Ginyu and body switch is his thing, I'm gonna say once in a while. Frieza first form, I'm never using. Frieza second form, hell no. Frieza third form, the long dildo head, I won't be using that. Frieza fourth form, once in a while, and Frieza full power for the culture. I have to see the rivalry match between Super Saiyan Goku and Frieza full power, and probably Frieza fourth form. So maybe I'm putting that Frieza up there too. It's just something that needs to happen. It's something that I want to happen. It's something that I have to see, and I'm going to see it with my own two eyes, and that's gonna be something that happens for me. I don't care who says they don't want to see it. You will see it through my eyes. They could have kept Mecha Frieza though. I get it, I understand, I love me some Trunks. So the fact that Mecha Frieza was on the other end of that shing 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 shing, boom! I should love Mecha Frieza with the same amount of love that I love Future Gohan, right? Because it was character building that made Trunks that cool to me to begin with. But for me to use Mecha Frieza is never gonna happen. You'll have to force me. You have to tie me down to something and start stabbing me for me to ever use Mecha Frieza. I'm sorry. King Code is the same way. I don't fuck with that guy. They could have kept King Code for sure. Get rid of King Code. Give us Super 17. I promise you nobody will care. Dr. Giro. Dr. Giro I use for the culture because I've never seen Dr. Giro on one of these games. Now, I didn't play the other Budokai Tenkaichis, so maybe I don't think I've ever seen Dr. Giro gameplay ever in my life. So I definitely gotta see what he's about. Honestly, when a game drops, I will be seeing what Dr. Giro can do, and I think he can do some great things. Maybe, I don't know. Android 19, I'll probably never use. I was always a fan of Android 18 and Android 17, 16, you know, Cell. But Android 19, I mean, he was cool to see Vegeta do his thing. I mean, obviously, I don't have good regards for Super Saiyan Vegeta, so that didn't do anything for me. Probably for somebody else, this was a great character. For me, it was like a run-of-the-mill villain. I didn't really care. Android 18 though, I'll probably use them once in a while. 17, I like them a lot more. I actually use them a lot in fighters, so you think I'll put them up here, but I think for the culture, I'll put them up there for the culture. I'll use them a lot. Android 16, actually in fighters, I used to troll a lot, so I'm gonna put them in for the jokes maybe. But if you can't do the grab and the I don't think I want them. I don't think I'm gonna use them. Cell first form, I'm never using. That's the ugliest shit I've ever seen in my life. Cell second form, again, the ugliest shit I've ever seen in my life. Perfect Cell for the culture, I'll probably be using Perfect Cell a lot. Super Perfect Cell, same thing. I mean, I feel like they're the same character anyway. So for sure, I'm gonna be using these guys a lot. Cell Jr., I would never. I will never use Cell's off spawn. I will never offspring, off spawn, whatever you want to call it. I will never be using Cell Jr. It's just a blue Cell. It is a little guy. I don't think I'm ever gonna use that. Spopovich is somebody that, with my pick with Videl, you think I'd have some type of disgruntledness with Spopovich, and I kind of do. I'm never gonna use Spopovich though. For the character that I'm using, it makes sense to want to rate him higher, but also that's another reason I want to rate him lower, because it's like, you know, you're not gonna mix me with Spopovich. I don't think anybody is gonna be a Spopovich main. If you're that Spopovich main, say you're the Spopovich main in the comments, but I don't think I'm ever gonna see anybody that is actually maining Spopovich and actually taking the game seriously. Come on now. Deborah, I'm never gonna use. But that's no knock on Deborah. Deborah is a really good character, and every Xenoverse is really good, and every game that Deborah is actually in, he's actually a really good character, and he holds a lot for the Majin Blue plotline. I'm just not personally using Deborah. That's not my type of character, not my cup of tea. Babidi, I'm not touching him with a 6-foot pole. Again, remember what I said earlier? Somebody had to tie me down. Same shit with Babidi. I will never touch Babidi. I don't even know what the fuck he does, and I don't want to find out. You know, there's a difference between him and Dr. Giro. I've never seen Dr. Giro gameplay, and I'm very interested in it. I've never seen Babidi gameplay, and I don't want to even, I don't want to sniff it. I don't want to see that nigga in my comp games. If you have him, I'm switching my character over to Vegito, and I'm annihilating you. I do not want to see Babidi in any game that I am present in. Maybe you're different. Maybe you want to see him in every game that you're in, but me, no. Boo, for the culture, I'm using Boo, and that's all I will say on that. Evil Majin Buu, I'm using him for the culture, and that's all I'm gonna say on that. Super Buu, I probably use him often. Well, hold on. Let me think about this. The Super Buu is the one that was waiting on the time clock, so I'm gonna move him down to for the culture. Super Buu, I'll probably use once in a while. Super Buu, Gohan, and Absorbed for the culture, and Kid Buu is the one I will use often. I love every variation of Buu. The fat Buu to the kid Buu, anything in between, I like all of them. I don't like Gotenks Absorbed that much. I think that's because I gotta, you know, I like Gotenks a lot, so maybe when he fucked up Gotenks, I don't really like that all that much. But it still was good. It still was fun. It still was like, you know, a good little vibe there. And I don't really necessarily, I'm fixing my keyboard, that's why I'm not looking at the camera while I'm talking. But I mean, everything in between with Boo, with Fat Boo and Kid Boo, and everything in between. It's also it's pretty cool to see, and I'm happy that they added Evil Majin Buu, because I never see Evil Majin Buu in any of his games, I feel. So that's actually a really good ad right there. Base Super Goku. I hate this guy. I don't know what it is about Super Saiyan Blue Goku, but I hate that guy. I think it's because of Dragon Ball FighterZ. That damn low leg kick always got me for some reason. Maybe I'm trash, maybe I'm dirt butt tier at the game, but that low leg kick, man. And if you play fighters, you know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. And does that have anything to do with base Goku, Super Saiyan God Goku? No. But this motherfucker right here that I'm holding, this motherfucker right here, I hate with a goddamn passion. But for the culture, I'm probably gonna use all of these guys for a rivalry match at some point. So I'm putting all of them in there. Ultra Instinct Sign Goku, if he's as good as people say that he is, I'll probably use him often. Mastered Ultra Instinct, for the same reasons, I'll probably use him often. All right, Base Vegeta Super. Base Vegeta in Super is way better than Base Vegeta in Z, obviously, but you know, it's something about Super Vegeta that was it had way more aura than the Vegeta in the Z, bro. I don't know. I don't know if Akira Toriyama got way better with his writing. I don't know what happened there, but Super Vegeta is way better. I mean, I will be using every variation of Vegeta very much often. Blue Vegito, I want to say, is in my starting 5 because that's really who was in fighters to begin with. But I'm gonna say I'll just use him often because if he can transform into Blue Vegito, then I will just like that. You know, I'll just fuck with that more. But most likely it won't. I don't know. I don't know yet. Nobody knows yet, so we'll do that. Base Vegeta, Base Gogeta. I mean, I'll be using them often. I'll be using them often. Yeah. All of these make sense. Base Future Trunks. I'll be using them often. Yep. Android 17. For the culture, I'll be using them, but I don't think I'll be using them that often. But for the culture, I'll definitely will be using them. Beerus and Whis are two scary cases for this game, because with the way that this game is set up, people are saying that Beerus and Whis are going to be overpowered. Beerus not so much as Whis, because there's a mechanic with this little guy right over here. This guy right here, Ultra Instinct Goku. There's a mechanic, if you just sit still, the game will dodge for you. Now with Whis, I don't know if it's factual or not, because I have not touched the game, but if it's factual, I will be using them often in comp settings, because apparently Whis can do the same thing Goku can, but when Goku loses ki for doing it, Whis does not. And I'm not too sure how I feel about that. I'm not too sure if I want that to stay in the game, or if it's like character appropriate and that makes sense, you know. It teaches people to like hold back on their combos, not be so combo happy, you know. Or it's for the people that need those bumpers when they're bowling, you know what I'm talking about? Those things that rise up that the little kids use. They need somebody to hold their hand a little bit, so they're gonna choose Whis. And I'm not too sure that's a good thing or if that's a bad thing, but it is a thing, and it's something that we're gonna have to live with. Beerus, I'm not too sure if he has anything like that, but if they're a package deal, then most likely he will. Frieza Super, I'll probably never use. Golden Frieza, I mean, just look at this guy. I don't think I'm ever gonna use. I'm not gonna use Frost. Base Cabba for the culture. I'm gonna use Base Cabba, Super Saiyan Cabba, and Super Saiyan 2 Cabba. I'll be using them for the culture for sure. Hit, I'll be using him probably often, honestly. With the way that Hit moves in this game, it looks so fluid, it looks so cool, and Hit is just a cool character in general. One of the cooler assassins ever to exist in Dragon Ball. I actually really fuck with Hit. Base Goku Black. Now that is the coolest character design. It's just the evil Goku, man. And what can you not like about a evil Goku? I mean, evil Goku, man, he got it. So Rose and Goku Black, he got it, man. Zamasu, I probably won't use him often, but I'll say I'll use him once in a while. You know, base Zamasu, you know, but Fuse Zamasu, I'll be using him for the culture. I'll be using him a lot. Maybe I will use him often, but I don't know. I don't know just yet. Half corrupted, I'll probably never use. I don't know. Bergamo, I'm not gonna use. Rosie, I'm never gonna use because she's actually pretty decent. But I'll probably never use. Rebrianne, I'm not gonna use. Base Khalifa, for the culture, I'm gonna use her. Super Saiyan 2 Khalifa, I'm gonna use her for the culture. Base Kale, I'm probably never gonna use. Super Saiyan Berserk Kale, I'll probably use for the jokes, but I'll probably never use her, to be honest. Super Saiyan Regular Kale, I'm never gonna use her. Base Kefla, I think I'll use Base Kefla often. Honestly, I mean, I could just go straight to the Super Saiyan, you know, 2 and regular, but I'll probably use Base Khalifa often, honestly. I'm not gonna use them. I'm not gonna use Dispo. I'm not gonna use Topo. I'm not gonna use God Topo. Jiren, if Dadadoya finds a way to break this game, I might use a lot of Jiren. I might use him often, honestly. But he's in between for the culture and will use often. I'm gonna say for the culture I might use him. And then yeah, same thing with him. Base Broly, I'm probably gonna use him often, honestly. Yeah, you think about Base Broly and Super Brother, all of these full power to base is just like, yeah, I'm most likely gonna use that guy. Base GT Goku, for the culture I'm gonna use him, but honestly, I stand by what I said. I've seen enough Kid Goku in my life, so maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I'll use him once in a while. Now that I'm thinking about it, now that I said that, because it's just like, man, I've seen enough Kid Goku. I don't need any more Kid Goku. It's not overplayed. It's not overdone. Maybe with Daima coming out, it may be, but I don't know. Super Saiyan 4 Goku, I will be using often. I really like the way the Super Saiyan 4 design is. Same thing with Vegeta. I will be using them often for sure. For sure. And Gogeta, I might just swap him out for somebody up here. I don't know. Tien maybe? I might be swapping him out for Tien. I honestly, and then put Tien like at the tippity top, because it's like those are interchangeable, honestly. And I don't know. There's something about that. Pan, I'll probably never use Pan, but for the jokey jokes, I'll be using a little bit of Pan. Oob, I said I would never use Oob, but Majub, I will be using him often. I will not lie to you. Majub is somebody that will be in my starting lineup, maybe a lot, depending on how he plays, because black characters in anime games are just so unheard of, and Majub just got the sauce. the sauce. I need me some Majub in my life. Baby Vegeta, I'll use once in a while. I won't be using Super Baby or Baby Vegeta that often, honestly. Like, it's not anything wrong with Baby Vegeta, Super Baby, or Super Baby Monkey Ape, whatever. It's nothing wrong with it. For my type of person, same thing with Deborah. Nothing wrong with Deborah. I just won't use them, you know? And same thing for Super Baby. Once in a while, maybe I'll just look at him and be like, he's a cool ass card. He's a cool looking ass card. I might just use this guy right now, but I don't think so. Mega Shenron in his powered up form. I'll probably never use Omega Shenron, if I'm being honest, and I won't use Super Broly Jr. And who the fuck asked for Dr. Willow? I just saw that we added Dr. Willow instead of Super 17. Come on, bro. Like, what the fuck? Who asked for did you ask for Dr. Willow? I'm talking to you. Did you ask for Dr. Willow? Because I don't remember asking for Dr. Willow a day in my life. And I could have gone a few more days without having Dr. Willow in my life. I'm never playing Dr. Willow. I don't know who the fuck asked for it. Turles is another person I'm probably never gonna play, but I respect Turles as a character. Lord Slug, again, a person I'm never gonna play. Giant Lord Slug, maybe for the Jokey Jokes. I'll probably play Giant Lord Slug for the Jokey Jokes. Cooler is actually a really cool character. Once in a while, I might dabble in a little bit of cooler. Metal cooler, I don't really like that much as I like regular cooler. Like the Final Form cooler is actually compy. I don't care what anybody says. Final Form coolers has one of the coolest, whatever their race is, design. It's actually really cool. Android 13, one of the coolest androids for the culture. I might use him a lot. The Fusion, I will, yeah, same thing. And then Base Broly. I actually really fuck with Base Broly. I don't know, man, look, I don't know, bro. Like, Base Broly is just, he's just compy, you know? I might use him often, honestly. Base Broly is just like, he got it like that, man. I don't know what it is about like Z Broly, man. I just really like that. Bojack, I'll probably never really use. I love Bojack, but same thing with Deborah, same thing with a lot of these other characters. I just won't be using them because that's the type of person I am. Fat Janemba for the Jokey Jokes, I'll be using him. And for the culture, I'll be using Super Janemba. Super Janemba! And Tavion, my sword saint. I mean, if I didn't have who I had up here, I would be using Tavion a lot. I have to have Adele in there. I have to have Nail in there. And then these two guys, I don't know, I might swap this guy. I mean, like, man, this is a great starting lineup for me, I feel. Like three really sword users, and then Nail and Videl, just the eyeballs out. But I need them in my starting lineup. Like this might be my starting 5 for sure. And then we have Hirudegarn. I'm probably never, yeah, I'm not playing Hirudegarn, I'll be honest. And then Mini Goku, like I said, I feel like I've seen enough, but it's Daima, so maybe it's gonna be a little bit different. Maybe it's gonna be something we've never seen before. With that being said, though, this is 100% my list. My starting 5 is Base Vegito, Melee Trunks, Super Saiyan. Because of that hairstyle, he's just looking all good right there. I don't even want to say anything else. Nail, Videl, and Tapion is my starting 5, and then everybody else is where they are. We got a few people here that are just variations of these guys. Tien, which will be kind of interchangeable with Tapion, I feel. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, which will be kind of interchangeable with these guys. Yeah, Broly here. Then you go down a little bit. You got Yamcha, Mr. Satan, Vegeta with the Scouter on, Jace, Berta, Frieza, Dr. Jiro. You go down to once in a while. You got Daima Goku, Meta Cooler, Teen Goku, and Great Ape Vegeta. Go down for the Jokey Jokes. I won't play them often, but maybe I will. Just Pan, Oob, Fat Janemba, Frieza Soldier, and a Cyberman. You got people I'll never play like Deborah, Frost, Golden Frieza, Cell's second form, and then Lord Slug. If you have something to say about my list, I'm gonna post it on Twitter as soon as this video is posted, so you'll have something to argue with me about on there. But would you change anything? Who's gonna be in your starting 5? Who's gonna be the people that you would play for Jokey Jokes? Who's gonna be the person that you have to have on your team no matter what? And tell me why they would be on your team no matter what, you know? And with that being said, yeah, that's my starting 5. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that subscribe button, that like button, and hit that little bell. Just show me some extra love. And other than that, I have nothing else to say, but thank you for watching this long ass video, and peace. You guys see that? I'm using this green screen for the first time. It's my first time using it, obviously. I just wanted to get a video out with it and see how it worked. And hopefully I wasn't like doing this too much, because I saw myself in the camera doing this too much. But I'm yapping. Have a nice day.